down in Victoria because they have now reached record levels of high school dropouts. Numbers in the Herald Sun today show that 14.1% of students who started Year 7 in 2018 left before they started Year 12. These are the highest school dropout numbers they've had in a decade. Now, a number of the students that the Herald Sun spoke to said, well, part of the reason I don't want to go to school anymore is because of those long lockdowns we had in Victoria. It totally destroyed school for me. I couldn't see my schoolmates. I wasn't getting any instruction in the classroom. It messed with my head. A number of others also said, well, I thought there was more value in going and doing something else. I want a job. I want to go and do an apprenticeship so that by the time I reach 18 or whatever the normal school leaving age is, 17, 18, I can actually go out into the workforce and earn some money. And you know what? I don't think that's a bad thing.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Because we have this thing now where it's almost expected that you'll get to Year 12 and then you'll go to university, right? So we churn all of these kids through university who come out the other end with degrees they may as well wipe their bums with. They're never going to make any money out of them. They're never going to get jobs out of them. We just keep churning them out, doesn't matter what, because the universities can make their money. Kids who want to go and do something practical should be encouraged to go and do something practical as early as possible.
And they're the winners. They're absolutely the winners because by the time their peers are just graduating uni with a massive HECS debt and at the very bottom of the pay grade in whatever vocation they've chosen, those guys have finished an apprenticeship. The world's only getting dumber, so they're only desperately needed more and more. Anyone who's chosen a trade, they can charge whatever the heck they like. It's a matter of time before they can branch out, be their own boss, charge their own rates. They've got no HECS debt to pay off. It's a brilliant plan. And besides all of that, you skip the indoctrination. Get out of school sooner. Don't bother going to uni. It's a Marxist cesspool. These kids are far, far smarter. And yet, isn't it funny, this society would have you go, oh, are you not academic?
Yeah, I was going to say...
that's unfortunate. What a lie.
If you don't go to university, the one problem is you won't be able to participate in protests against Western civilization.
Yeah, you will miss
because you
out
won't
on
be
that.
sufficiently educated enough to do that. I've got two boys, one of whom is going to university. The other one has just started an apprenticeship as a plumber. And it's been interesting when I grew up...
The plumber's going to end up supporting the other guy, trust me.
The plumber is supporting all of us right now. But when I talk to people and they say, oh, what are your boys doing? I say, oh, one's going to university, the other one's doing an apprenticeship. People are more excited about the boy doing the apprenticeship, which is very different to when I was growing up.
Yeah.
It was expected, as you said, that you would go to university. Most people these days, as you said, HECS debts, the indoctrination at university, the fact that so many young people rack up a massive debt studying something that's never going to get them gainful employment, and we have a tradie shortage. So, my son could have dropped out at Year 10, Year 11, gone and done an apprenticeship. The only reason he went to Year 12 is the school were relying on him to help them win the basketball championships.
So he stayed being
playing basketball. But it would have been no shame to drop out in Year 10 or Year 11 and pursue an apprenticeship.
Whatsoever. And I think kids who are, especially those who are finding school oppressive, I don't enjoy this.
Yeah.
I don't intend to do anything with these scores anyway. Get them out sooner. Get them out experiencing the world. We all know experience is the most important thing you can have on any resume.
Yeah.
And you're actually starting them out earlier than their peers if they identify that and you know that they're smart enough to know what's good for them and just be like, school's not my thing and I certainly don't want to go to uni. But can we take a moment to appreciate that the man who's responsible for kids not going back due to terrible lockdown experience and the trauma that they're still dealing with got Victorian of the Year last year, and this weekend just gone was given an Order of Australia.
Fantastic.
Brett Sutton, I think most Victorians would rather see you in jail than awarded on such a big stage, mate. Like, these awards are becoming more and more of a joke.
Well, can we also appreciate that this story about kids missing so much schooling comes from the state where the government actually make motorists put on their number plate the education state. So we shouldn't forget that either.